Hello students, welcome to biology class. In the previous class we discussed autotrophic nutrition, example photosynthesis process we discussed. Now I am going to discuss heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition. All the organisms are survived in a different conditions. They are living in different habitats. They are able to capable of living in different conditions. For example, plants capture the sunlight and preparing their own food materials. So they are belongs to the autotrophic nutrition like we discussed. Next, heterotrophic nutrition. All the animals are depending on others for their food need. Okay, that type of nutrition is called the heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, animals they are obtained the food materials by different by using different strategies. Some of the examples in heterotrophic nutrition are saprophytic nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition means some of the organisms they are break down the food materials outside of the body and then they are receives that food materials, taking the food materials into body. That type of nutrition example mushrooms, next bread mold, these are the examples. All the fungus are the examples for the saprophytic nutrition. Okay, next another type of the nutrition is the parasitic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition. Okay, organisms they are depending on the plants and animals, or organisms derive the food from the plants and animals without killing them. That type of the nutrition is called the parasitic nutrition. Example, plants, cuscuta plant, next lysis, next leech and tapeworm in our stomach, in our body. Some of the worms are there. They are also parasites only. Lysis are lives on our head. That is, they are also parasites only. So these are the examples for the parasitic nutrition. Okay. Okay, these are the some of the types of the examples in heterotrophic nutrition. Next, let us see how the nutrition takes place in unicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms, example, protozoan organisms. Protozoan organisms, example is the amoeba. Let us see how the nutrition takes place in the amoeba. Amoeba there is no definite shape. Their body, amoeba getting in food materials through its body surface. Its body surface shows some finger-like extinctions. These are called the pseudopodia. Pseudopodia. For example, this is the amoeba. Nearby this amoeba, there is a food material is there. So this amoeba moves towards the food materials and collect these food materials with this pseudopodia. That means pseudopodia like okay na, fuses over the food materials. Then food material is enter into its body through the body surface and forms the food vacuoles okay, like this, and forms the food vacuoles. Okay, these food materials are digested by the food vacuole. Okay, digested food is diffused into the cytoplasm, entire its body. Undigested food is again sent to the near the surface of its body and throw in its outside by its body by the diffusion process. Okay, like this manner, okay, nutrition takes place in amoeba. Next, and also paramecium. Paramecium is the also belongs to the protozoan. Okay, paramecium is the okay, its shape is the slipper shape and its body has covered with the cilia like this. Okay, next covered with the cilia. Okay, paramecium has a definite shape, but amoeba there is no definite shape. Okay, in this animal, food materials are enter into its body, particularly one of the spot that is called the oral groove. That is called the oral groove. Okay, by this oral groove only food materials are entered into the its body. Okay, for this movement, the movement of this cilia helps the food materials enter into the paramecium, its body. Okay, food materials enter into the paramecium, that is called ingestion or ingested. That is also the ingestion of the food materials into the paramecium also called cystostome. Cystostome. Okay, and after entering into the food materials, okay, around these food materials forms the again like food vacuoles. Food is digested or break down into the simple molecules. Digested food is diffused into its body. Undigested food is again thrown outside from its body. Like this, unicellular organisms nutrition takes place. Okay, next in plant parasitic nutrition example Cuscuta. Cuscuta is the genus. Okay, it is a parasitic and leafless and twining plant. Okay, it is belongs to the morning glory family and also it is otherwise called the convolvulaceae family. Okay, throughout the world genus 170 species, especially in tropic and temperate region of the world, 170 types of the species are there. Okay, these daughter plants there is no chlorophyll. Cuscuta has a less amount of the chlorophyll and also this forms the one of the roots. Cuscuta plants forms the one of the roots that is called the Hastoria. Hastoria is one type of the roots developed by the Cuscuta plants. By these roots penetrate into the plant's body and obtain the nutrients, water and next food materials. Okay, they are collecting by the from the vascular tissues. Okay, like this nutrition takes place in Cuscuta plants. Okay, in plants, parasitic plants example Cuscuta. Okay, next nutrition in human beings. Okay, let us discuss nutrition in human beings. Nutrition in human beings. Okay, let us draw the diagram. Okay, this is the digestive system of the human beings, otherwise called alimentary canal. Alimentary canal. Okay, human digestive system is very complex in structure. It has different parts and performs the different functions. by using the some of the gastric juice, otherwise digestive juice and digestive enzymes. By using the digestive juice or enzymes, okay, food materials are digested in the alimentary canal. Okay, this is the alimentary canal. It is the long tube-like structure. It is extended from mouth to anus. It is a complex structure and involves various parts. Okay, they performs the different functions. Okay, let us see what are the parts in the alimentary canal. See, this is the mouth. This is called the esophagus. This is the stomach. This is called the U-shaped structure, duodenum. Next, this is the liver. Next, this leaf-like structure is called the pancreas, and this is called the small intestine, and this is called the large intestine. Okay, these are the parts are present in the human alimentary canals. Okay, see, let us discuss. Okay, human beings, we are eating different kinds of the food. That food is entering into the mouth. We are taking the food into the mouth is called ingestion. What is meant by ingestion means taking food into the mouth is called the ingestion. Okay, next we are taking the different kinds of the food materials. That food materials has to passes through this alimentary canal. It has to break down into the simple molecules by using some of the digestive juices and digestive enzymes. It converted. Okay, this conversion is up to enough. Okay, our body utilizing them. Okay, it has to convert into the simple molecules. Okay, let us see the process from mouth to anus, what it is takes place. Okay, this is the first part is the mouth. Okay, taking food is called ingestion. In the mouth part, if you observe, means various parts are there in the mouth. Okay, teeth are there and salivary glands also there, tongue also there. Okay, these are the parts are present. Okay, after we are taking the food into the mouth, cut and crushed with our teeth and mixed the food materials with the saliva and make it wet and slippery. That is called mastication. That is called the mastication. Taking food into the mouth and cut and crushed and mixed with the food materials, saliva mixed with the food materials. Okay, that process is called mastication. Okay, in the mouth there are three pairs of the salivary glands are there. One pair of the salivary glands, lower jaw, on either side of the lower jaw. Okay, below the tongue, present two pairs of the salivary glands. One pair of the salivary gland is present on the palate. Palate means if you have our tongue pressed against, like this pressed means one part is appearing, that part is called palate. Okay, in that palate contains one of the salivary gland, one pair of the salivary glands. Okay, totally like this takes place. Okay, whenever keep the food materials into the mouth, okay, saliva is activated and releasing a juice that is called salivary juice. In the salivary juice also contains one of the enzyme. Salivary juice contains one of the enzyme that is called ptyalin or amylase. Salivary amylase, this is enzyme is there. This one is convert the food materials like carbohydrates converted into the maltose. That means our digestion is started with the mouth only. Okay, next here digested food is in the mouth. Digested food is partially digested food is mixed with the saliva. That food is called as the bolus. That food is called the bolus, like ball like structures. Okay, next portion after here digest after next that food is sent to the next part with the help of the tongue, pushed into the next part, that is called the here their common passage for nose and okay, for nose. Okay, common passage, air passage, this is food passage. Okay, air passage, food passage, common passage is the pharynx. Pharynx is there. Okay, next enter into the pharynx. Next then onwards, okay, it is sent to the esophagus. Okay, food materials are passing through the esophagus by the wave like movement. Wave like movements. That is called the peristaltic movement. That is called the peristaltic movement. The movement of the food through the esophagus is called peristaltic movement. Peristaltic movement. The movement of the food particles through the esophagus is called the peristaltic movement. Here there is no digestion. Okay, next, this esophagus is open into the stomach. This is the stomach. Okay, stomach is a sac-like structure, bag-like structure. Okay, food materials are stored sometimes. Here is one sphincter is there, cardiac sphincter. Here one sphincter is there, pyloric sphincters. Okay, sometimes okay, stored in the stomach. Okay, yes, here the stomach walls are releasing one of the juice that is called gastric juice. Gastric juice. Okay, the walls of the stomach releasing the gastric juice contains the HCl acid and enzyme pepsin. Pepsin is there. Pepsin also released. Okay, na HCl acid and pepsin. HCl acid, any microorganisms enter into the stomach means by the action of the HCl acid that microorganisms are okay killed. Okay, next pepsin. Pepsin is in our mouth alkaline media. The media is the alkaline nature. Okay, once food materials enter into the stomach means media changed because HCl acid ikkada acidic medium. Okay, in the acidic medium there is no digestion of the carbohydrates, only digestion, protein digestion only takes place. Protein digestion only takes place. Okay, by the gastric juice, these juice are food materials are churning. Okay, by this action food materials are digested only. Proteins are converted into the peptones. Proteins are converted into the peptones. Okay, next food materials next passes into the duodenum. Through this here pyloric sphincter is there. This allows the only small quantity at a time. Okay, next duodenum. Okay, after entering into the duodenum, here one of the enzymes are there, secretin and cholecystokinin. By this action, liver and pancreas both are activated, and both these glands also release the gases, juices into the duodenum. Okay, liver secretes the juice that is called the bile juice. Bile juice. Okay, in this juice there is no enzyme. Bile juice helps the only for the emulsification. Okay, bile juice only helps for the emulsification, and that means okay, by the action of the bile juice, okay, fats are converted into the small fat globule. That is the functioning of the bile juice, but there is no enzyme in this bile juice. And also in our body largest gland is liver. Okay, this is the functioning. Next, another one is the pancreatic gland. This is leaf-like structure. This is pancreatic gland is called the mixed gland. Mixed gland. Half of the gland act as the endocrine, half of the gland act as the exocrine. Exocrine gland means associated with the digestive system. Endocrine gland means associated with the hormones. So above the gland. So pancreas also releasing pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice contains the amylase enzyme. Next, trypsin, lipase, lipase, enzymes are there. By these actions, amylase, okay, carbohydrates converted into the maltose. Next, trypsin, proteins are converted into the peptones, lipase, okay, fats are converted into the glycerol and fatty acids, okay, like this converted by the action of this pancreatic juice. Okay, next, duodenum is the starting part of the small intestine. Okay, the middle of the intestine is called as ileum, and the end of the small intestine is called okay, cecum. Cecum. Okay, the small intestine where it is connected to the large intestine, that is called the cecum. Okay, here one finger like structure is there, that is called appendix. Appendix. This is wastage organs. Appendix. Wastage organs, there is no function in digestion. So, next, large intestine. Large intestine, this is the large intestine. The large intestine is also called as the colon. Okay, undigested food is entering to the from the small intestine to the large intestine. Okay, here the small intestine, inside the walls there is finger like structures are there. These are called villi or villas. Okay, digested food is entering to the okay, villus. Villus, its walls are contains the blood vessels like lymphatic vessels and blood vessels are there. So, by the diffusion process, digested food is entering to the blood circulation. Okay, that is takes place in the small intestine. Next, large intestine, undigested food is entering to the large intestine. Okay, large intestine, undigested food also some useful water and some nutrients there means the walls of the large intestine absorbing. Next, it is sent to the rectum. This is the rectum. Rectum. Okay, next rectum after next last part is the anus. Okay, undigested food is expelling out through the anus. That is called defecation. That is called the defecation. Okay, the transfer of the digested food into the blood circulation is called absorption. Absorption. Okay, undigested food is sending outside through the anus is called defecation. This is the human digestive system. Okay, if you observe the various types of the enzymes means their location of salivary glands are located in the mouth. Okay, na? That enzyme is amylase or ptyalin. Salivary amylase converted the carbohydrates into the maltose. Next enzyme pepsin. Pepsin location is the stomach. Okay, releasing enzyme is the pepsin. Proteins are converted into the peptones. Next, pancreatic juice. Okay, it is located near the small intestine duodenum. Okay, secreted by the pancreatic gland. Pancreatic juice contains the amylase. Next, trypsin. Next, lipase. Enzymes are released. They are converted into the end products. Next, liver producing the juice, that is called bile juice. There is no enzyme. By this bile juice, fat is converted into the small fat globules. Small fat globules, that is called emulsification. Okay, this is the process of nutrition in human beings. Enzymes also we have to remember like this. Okay, health aspects of the alimentary canal. Okay, see our alimentary canal or digestive system can able to digest the food materials, but nowadays by the bad food habits our digestive system is badly affecting. So, vomitings, indigestion, like this ulcers, like this some of the problems we are facing. So, because of see sometimes we are seeing vomitings. Vomiting is nothing but getting rid, the method of getting rid in itself. Unwanted or poisonous materials enter into our body means it is vomiting. Okay, during the vomiting time, generally food materials are moving one way direction. During the propulsion, during the vomiting time, food materials are reversed, reverse peristalsis. Reverse peristalsis from the stomach and esophagus to reversely coming outside. That is called vomiting. Okay, for this vomitings various reasons are there, various yes, and also sometimes generally we are seeing okay, bilish or liverish yellowish substance are vomiting, that is because if you are taking more rich content food materials for a long time, that means fat content food if you are eating means, okay, our liver gland, it is cope to digest that type of the substances. That's why we are greenish or yellowish substances are generally we are vomiting. Okay, next diseases, deficiency diseases. Deficiency diseases, if you see means, nowadays worldwide 2 by 3%, worldwide 2 by 3% people are suffering with the deficiency diseases. Deficiency diseases. Okay, see, yes, 2 by 3% we have to remember asking this bit. Okay, next, malnutrition. What is meant by malnutrition? Eating food that does not have one or more nutrients for a long period means that causes the malnutrition. What are the causes for the malnutrition? Okay, for these various factors, various reasons are there. Okay, now, economical status difference, next, and also sometimes willful starving. Starving means some of the, for different religions, people nowadays, okay, simply saying, I am today starving, like fasting, like telling, and also some members, they want to become slim, okay, dieting like this telling. So, these are all causes the malnutrition in a human beings. Okay, totally malnutritions are the 3 types: calorie malnutrition, next protein malnutrition, and calorie and protein malnutrition. 3 types of malnutrition generally we can see. Okay, let us discuss one by one. The protein malnutrition is example kwashiorkor. This is the protein malnutrition. In this malnutrition, body parts are becomes the swollen because accumulation of the water, intercellular spaces. Okay, next, and also poor muscles development, and hair is thin, and person is frequently suffering with the diarrhea, vomitings. Okay, like this type of the, and face is fluffy face. Okay, like this symptoms generally we can see in the kwashiorkor. Okay, next, marasmus. In the marasmus disease, we can see in protein, both protein and calorie deficiency. Okay, this type of deficiency disease we can see in, okay, ladies who are pregnant to pregnant or childbirth to childbirth, there is no gap means, okay, that one is causes the marasmus disease. For example, one birth, mother give one birth, within 1 year she become a pregnant and giving another birth, another baby means first giving baby neglected. So, that type of the person is suffering with the marasmus disease. Okay, in this disease also we can see muscles are poor development, very thin and weak, and person is suffering with the diarrhea. Okay, like that symptoms we can see marasmus disease. Another one is the obesity. Obesity we can see person is overeat by eating overeating enriched food materials. Okay, causes the obesity. Person who are suffering with the obesity, that person is also chance to other after a person is growing elder. Okay, there is a chance to getting other type of the disease, cardiovascular diseases, renal diseases, gallbladder, next diabetes, like this type of the diseases, okay, that person is facing. Okay, this type of the symptoms we can see in a deficiency diseases. Okay, children. Okay, see, totally in the first lesson now, we have studied the autotrophic nutrition activities, autotrophic, heterotrophic difference, nutrition deficiency, definition, next mechanism, next and also heterotrophic nutrition, the process of nutrition in human beings and unicellular organisms, nutrition, okay, and enzymes table and vitamin table also study, read well. Okay, thank you.